Welcome back. I am Shaun Tucker, human performance scientist. We are here in the living lab documenting the science, the struggle, and the shift for every high performance dad and founder who's ready to bridge the gap between their ambition and their presence. Today is all about saying no, because no is already a finished sentence. For those men who tend to say yes to everything, or feel guilty or feel bad when they say no to something, this one is for you. And before we get into that, what I would love if you get value from this episode is please go ahead and give us a rating on the podcast platform you are currently listening to, because it helps us get the message in front of the man who needs it today. Thank you so much for that. So, straight into it. No is a complete sentence. No. No. You do not need to explain yourself. You do not need to over-explain yourself. Just stick to your guns and say no. There's nothing else you need to say. Yes, it might be hard when you first try this. There's a good reason for that. Most men I know, including myself, tend to have to explain why it's a no. And I could use my daughter as a great example of this. No, you cannot have that. Why? Because we're having dinner soon. No, but I want it. No, you're not having it. Right? You're familiar with this dialogue? Doesn't matter if it's your daughter, your son, your wife, your colleague, your boss, your friend. It's all the same. If you default to crossing the boundary that you created by saying no, and you say, okay, maybe I'll let them have it, or maybe I'll meet them halfway. No, you're actually doing yourself a disservice. And not only that, you're doing them a disservice too. Because for you to really have earned respect from anyone else, you need to align what you say and what you do. That will then help align how you think and how you feel. Initially, it's tough because the voice inside your head is probably screaming at you, saying, well, no, maybe you're not as important as you think you are. Maybe you should just meet them where they are. No, stop. Practice this. Practice this with people who maybe it's okay to practice on. If you find it really hard to say no to your partner, to your kids, maybe don't start with them first. Start in ways that feel safe for you first. Or maybe just rip the Band-Aid off and just practice saying no. But start on small stuff. And maybe you can set it up this way. I don't know. Maybe you see that they're writing something, you know where a pen is. They ask you to hand them a pen and you say, no, you can get it. Right? Don't say sorry. No need to apologize. But if you need to beg for forgiveness, okay, that's fine. This is something that you don't have to earn, but it's something you have to learn. Begging for forgiveness, if you really messed up, or if you stuck to your guns and they didn't really understand and you had to over-explain yourself, you didn't apologize, but you beg for forgiveness, then that's fine too. But if your default is to say sorry when you're not actually sorry, you're actually more sorry to yourself because you haven't been honoring yourself. You haven't actually been respecting yourself to keep your promise. No, that's not good enough. Stop. It's simple, right? Just stop. Say no. Practice saying no. Get good at saying no. If you've been a yes man your whole life, you'll eventually get to the point where you have to say no to everyone. Because if you say yes to everyone and take every single opportunity, you're going to be drained. You're going to be stretched so thin that you will forget who you are. And you'll have to actually start saying no by force because you won't have any other choice. The sooner you get better at saying no, the sooner you'll actually start having self-respect. The sooner you'll have respect from everyone around you. And you'll actually sense it. You'll feel it. Because that self-respect is a hard thing to get. You have to actually honor your promise. And you have to do it by choice, not by force. That brings us to the end of this episode of The Reset. So if you found value in it, please go ahead and give us a rating on your podcast platform of choice. We also have the 7-day nervous system reset, which helps rebuild the man from within so you can start actually taking ownership and control of your own life. Make sure you go into the show notes and opt in to get the email sequence that allow you to build the man from within. So, most people wait for their life to change. We are the ones who architect our choices. Change your state. Choose how you show up. I am Shaun Tucker. I will see you in the next one.